Welcome to the online class of gender studies. Today's our topic is gender and power. First we will discuss about gender. What is gender? Gender refers to the socially constructed characteristic of woman and man. Basically, gender is the socio-cultural definition of girl, boy, man, woman, given by whom? Given by society. Society define what girls and boys should wear, what they should do, how they should be treated, and what's their right and responsibilities will be. Basically, society created gender, so definition can be vary from society to society, right? Next point is power. What is power? Power, it is an ability to act, or you can say it is an authority to do something. The most widely accepted definition is getting someone else to do what you want them to do, right? That slide is about who is more powerful in our society. First point is gender shifts power. How gender shifts power? Gender shifts power from the private relationship of the household to the highest level of political decision. For example, the fact that man and woman think it is not natural for women to speak up in public. Most women confined to their homes to do housework, and they are excluded from normal decision making process as well, right? Next slide is about how to behave as female or male. A good woman, wife, daughter-in-law, mother, daughter. A good woman could be either educated or uneducated, characterized as being unselfish, cool, calm, tolerant, empathetic, reliable, able to organize, compromise, coordinate, and maintain hospitality within the house. A good woman expected to do care for her children, husband, and even in-laws as well. And she is also expected to hide her emotions, to compromise with her own opinions, and to sacrifice her own dreams. And a good woman should perceive their husband to be their honor and ruler, and therefore they should acquire their husband permission to perform any kind of activity. Okay, according to one woman in Pakistan, basically she said that she is referring to women. Basically, we are made for them. We are made to serve them, and we die serving them, right? Next point is a good mother. A characteristic of good mother is seen as responsible for teaching her daughter to become good by placing social restriction on them, right? Daughter's parents decide what she should wear, how she live her life, right? Next one is about a good man, father, and husband. A characteristic of good man, father, and husband. The main characteristic of good man is financially. He should be a financially stable. He should also be a good leader, advisor, a fair decision maker, cooperative, strong, and composed and elegant as well, right? Next slide is about when females and males behave badly, right? First, we will talk about characteristic of bad woman, wife, daughter-in-law. A bad woman is selfish, critical, dominant, argumentative, and blame others, right? And the next slide is about characteristic of bad wife is faithless, careless. Careless about what? Careless about domestic responsibilities, disobedient, demanding more than her husband's earnings, right? And the next one is bad daughter-in-law. Bad daughter-in-law is a woman who would gossip and get involved in minor issues. In even And even if she tries to say something to safeguard her own rights or protect herself from any unnecessary stress, their husband or in-laws start blaming her, that by saying that your parents don't teach you manner and how to be about how to behave with elders or others, right? Next one is about characteristic of bad man and husband. A bad man as someone with a strong ego, dirty mentality, unfaithful, uh, uncooperative, verbally abusive as well, disrespecting women by calling out their names in public, harassing them by swearing and making inappropriate comments, right? um, and the main characteristic of bad husband is the man who will yell at his wife and when she share her problems, and he start beating her, and he beats whenever he get frustrated. Okay, welcome to the part 2 of gender and power. In previous lecture we were discussing about characteristic of a bad husband. A bad husband is a man who would yell at his wife when she shared her problems and beat her, right? No matter what, no matter how much a husband is educated and understand his wife, somehow his ego appears. He wants to receive more respect from his wife. Okay, now come to the next slide. Next slide is about perception of female and male power. First we will discuss about power of women. Education consider a key issue related to the power of women. An educated woman had better management skills and could financially contribute to the family. A woman is the foundation of the family. If she is educated and sensible, she can run her household well, not only when she is married but also when she is not married. Housewives were considered having less power if they are financially depending on their husband. A woman with lower education considered powerless, with little decision making capability, unaware of their rights before marriage. Before marriage decision are taken by women's parents, and after marriage decisions are taken by her husband and their in-laws, right? Next slide is about power of man. Men are principal decision makers in the family. A man might take out his anger on his wife without fear from other family member. Husband can also beat his wife and keep her in pain to ensure that she respect his parents, and also beats when he become frustrated. And the next slide is about that man and woman are central parts of the family. How? Like both man and woman are central parts of the family. Both could put equal efforts into professional life, but a woman also had the additional burden of household and to fulfill the sexual need of the husband. This could result in feeling of stress, powerlessness, frustration, depression and anxiety as well. Women are expected to hide their emotions, to compromise with their own opinion, and to sacrifice their own dreams. Women feel pride by providing comfort to their husband at home. Now come to the next slide is about powerless young girls. The young girls also face many problems. Young girls face many restrictions concerning their education, career and marriage, in contrast to young boys, right? In many families, girls are not encouraged to get education even if they want. She is pressurized to become married at 17 or 18 years, and then she become a younger mother, right? So next slide is about suppression of women within extended family system. And the extended family system perceived as potentially negative impact on women's life. The extended family often didn't provide space for understanding, and extended family could prevent the husband from being supportive toward his wife, right? And we can say that a woman's status increase if she gives birth to a male. If an ultrasound report indicates a male baby, then the woman start getting privileged treatment until the end of her pregnancy. But if they identify a girl, then the treatment is just the opposite. She may be insulted or she may be ignored as well. So next slide is about, this is second last slide, is about women support system. There is a need of women support system in the society, such as there should be a proper legal system, proper legal support, shelter homes, organization, and social network to protect rights of women, particularly in case of family